Good day everyone, I am Shalome G. Dakulan, a BE Ed 3 student. Now I will be discuss E in Unit 1, which is Educational Reform, the K-12 curriculum examples. So as we go through to my discussion, let's define educational reform. Educational reform is the term for the goal of changing public education in terms of educational theory and practice. Education reform may try to address inequities, including those pertaining to poverty, gender, and class. Evidence-based education guides reform, where scientific studies point to the methods that are most effective. The goals of our education here in the Philippines is to ensure inclusive and quality education for all students and promote lifelong learners. Quality education is viewed as any country's pillar of success. Restructuring the Philippines' basic educational system through the K-12 program is a tough but strategic move by the government to ensure that it produces competent graduates who can serve as the backbone for a highly skilled and employable workforce. The K-12 program introduced in 2011 by the Department of Education or DepEd, headed by Secretary Armin Luestro, FSG. The K-12 program made kindergarten a prerequisite to basic education. The program replaced the 10-year basic education curriculum, which consisted of 6 years in grade school and 4 years in high school that concentrated on the English language and Filipino, the science, arithmetic, and mathematics, and the social science. So the K-12 curriculum or program covers kindergarten and 12 years of basic education, 6 years of primary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school, to provide sufficient time for mastery of concepts and skills, develop lifelong learners, and prepare graduates for tertiary education, middle level skills development, employment, and entrepreneurship. So here we can see the K-12 Philippine Basic Education Curriculum Framework. If you can see on the screen, the K-12 curriculum builds on previous reform initiative. So before the implementation of K-12 curriculum, our Department of Education here in the Philippines are continuously renovating our curriculum for the development of each learners. So we have here the K-12 Philippine Basic Education Curriculum Framework. So if you can see, the curriculum is contextual. You can see the philosophical and legal basis, nature of the learner, needs of the learner, and needs of national and global community. One of the aims of the K-12 curriculum implementation is to address national and global needs, like poverty reduction and human development. Needs of the learners, there are life skills, self-actualization, to improve or enhance and develop learners. So in here, curriculum exists. Develop Filipino with 21st century skills, information, media, and technology skills, learning and innovation skills, communication skills, life and career skills, higher education, employment, entrepreneurship, middle level skills development. Learning and innovation skills, particularly in grade 7. There are 8 subjects: the SPTLE, Math, Science, PE, English, Filipinos, and others. So it states here what the students learn in the particular field of subject. Like in science, the learners investigates the properties of mixtures of varying concentrations using available materials. And in ASP, na isasagawa ng mag-aaral ang paglalapat ng gustong paraan upang itama ang mga maling pasya o kilos bilang kabataan batay sa tamang konsensya and many more. Let's proceed. So that's for some subjects that innovate and improve the learning skills of the students. And the next, philosophical basis of the K-12 curriculum, constructivism. K-12 uses spiral progression as the learning process. Constructivism, creating experiences that facilitate the construction of knowledge, means that learners construct knowledge rather than just passively take information. Constructivism encourages different activities where students can reflect, discuss with their teachers or with their peers their outcomes, and understand and learn it. Next is progressivism believe that students manifest meaningful learning when they are actively involved in learning activities that they have interest with. Progressivists also believe that individuality, progress, and change are fundamental to one's education, believing that people learn best from what they consider most relevant to their lives. Essentialism believe that every individual is unique and education must cater to the individual differences. Therefore, the objective of education is to enable every individual to develop his unique qualities, to harness his potentialities, and cultivate his individualities. Reconstructionism emphasized the addressing of social questions and a quest to create a better society and worldwide democracy. The goal of K-12 highlights social reform from 10 years basic education to a 12-year plan. With the advent of K-12 curriculum, the traditional understanding that a 10-year basic education is sufficient has been changed to improve human condition. K-12 curriculums allows the students to experience and take social actions in real problems. Salient features of K-12 curriculum: strengthening early childhood education. Children at 5 years old start schooling and are given the means to slowly adjust to formal education. So every Filipino child now has access to early childhood education through universal kindergarten. At 5 years old, children start schooling and are given the means to slowly adjust to formal education. Research shows that children who underwent kindergarten have better completion rates than those who did not. Children who complete a standards-based kindergarten program are better prepared for primary education. Education for children in the early years lays the foundation for lifelong learning and for the total development of the child. The early years of a human being, from 0 to 6 years, are the most critical period when the brain grows to at least 60 to 70% of adult size. Second, making the curriculum relevant to learners. The lesson taught by teachers become relevant to the learners and easily understand through giving examples or activities. Examples: activities, songs, poems, stories, and illustrations are based on local culture, history, and reality. This makes the lessons relevant to the learners and easy to understand. Students acquire in-depth knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes through continuity and consistency across all levels and subjects. Building proficiency through language. Students are able to learn best through their first language, their mother tongue. Students are able to learn best through their first language, or their mother tongue. After grade 1, every student can read in his or her mother tongue. Learning in mother tongue also serves as the foundation for students to learn Filipino and English easily. Next, ensuring integrated and seamless learning. Subjects are taught the simplest concepts to more complicated concepts through grade level in spiral progression. Subjects are taught from the simplest concept to more complicated concept through grade levels in spiral progression. As early as elementary, students gain knowledge in areas such as biology, geometry, earth science, chemistry, and algebra. This ensures a mastery of knowledge and skills after each level. For example, currently in high school, biology is taught in second year, chemistry in third year, and physics in fourth year. In K-12, these subjects are connected and integrated from grade 7 to 10. This same method is used in other learning areas like math. Gearing up for their future. Senior high school is 2 years of specialized upper secondary education. Students may choose a specialization based on aptitude, interest, and school capacity. So each student in senior high school can choose among 3 tracks: academic, technical vocational livelihood, and sports and arts. The last one is the nurturing the holistically developed Filipino. K-12 graduate will be ready to go into different paths, may it be further education, employment, or entrepreneurship. So after going through kindergarten, the enhanced elementary and junior high school curriculum, and a specialized senior high program, every K-12 graduate will be ready to go into different paths, may it be further education, employment, or entrepreneurship. So every graduate will be equipped with first, information, media, and technology skills. Second, learning and innovation skills. Third, effective communication skills. And last but not the least, life and career skills. So that's the end of my report. And to be continued with my co-members Ross and Sequoia. Thank you.